Hello everyone and welcome to Wilderness Springs. I know I don't do this too often, but I thought now that we are moving into the new year, this would be cool to go ahead and start a brand new park. And the only thing about this park is I wanted to jump a little bit on the geekism, Brocoaster, Ruble Trillions, Commando Santa type of more realistic, down home, just cozier type of parks instead of like the hyper fantasy, Disney World giant mega park type idea. I wanted to just get in here and go for a little bit more realism. So that is where I have brainstormed Wilderness Springs. So basically this first part, before we jump into the time lapse, so I want to do this like an actual series, like a legit series, because I know you guys kind of, I kind of jump around a lot with my style of building, and I've heard from a lot of you, even in the comments on those builds, that say, man, I love your YouTube channel, but I really wish that you had a dedicated series that I could follow, and every couple of days a new part would come out, and just something. You guys are like, I want some kind of project of yours I can actually invest my time in and look forward, instead of just the randomness of never knowing what kind of build I'm going to come out with next. So even if that means I'm going to put a couple things on the afterburners, I want these next couple weeks to pretty much just solely focus on Wilderness Springs. And so, like I said, it's not necessarily a low budget park. It's just more of like, think of like a Dollywood style park. Like I mentioned, instead of a big fantasy type deal. This will be a little more restrained. Hopefully, I can add a little bit more realism, backstage areas, just that type of stuff. So basically, when you come in through like this little welcome entrance gate, you can go to the left if you already have your tickets. You purchased them online, AP holders, and you make your way to the left and you go through. You got to make your way through the security tables and then through the actual turnstile, and that leads you into this first little section of the park, which is the park's one of the big kind of like gift shop right at the entrance of the park that I think you see in a lot of these type parks. If they're not off to the side, they're right there near the entrance, like the big gift shop, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Or if you do not have your tickets, that particular crowd I have it to where you have to go off to the right to get your tickets over here at the main ticket pavilion. So we've got all the lines are open right now except that one. It's closed down. But anyway, so I figured that would alleviate some of the congestion right at the beginning, because obviously if you have your ticket, you'll go off to the left. If you don't, those lines will start forming over here, and then once you get your ticket, you can go back that way, or you can make your way across the bridge and catch one of these security lines. So that was the kind of way I wanted to start this out. Obviously, with Wilderness Springs, you've kind of got these little bit of hot springs right here, springs, if you will, kind of shooting up the geysers and all that. And this creek, I haven't really named the creek yet, but it will make its way basically through the entire park. So this creek plays a big part in Wilderness Springs, as, like I mentioned, there'll be a ton of crossovers and shopping pavilions and restaurants all along the creek here that will kind of weave its way all around the property. So basically, you'll have one of the first little restaurants you'll come up to if you make your way to the left of the main emporium is Pizza Pen, and then we also have the little Wilderness Fire Department over here, and the jungle truck ended up actually working perfect, just coloring it red and bringing the Back to the Future retro tires in and putting some of the steam stoves in the back like they're big water tanks. So I was mentioning on Twitter, I love when parks have vehicle props. And so I think that looks really cool. Like I said, when the parks kind of have the vehicle props setting off to the side for you to stop and look at. Another little thing that's making a guest appearance here right now is my popping machine, my little portable popcorn machine. So right there, it is setting right now at the entrance of a pip shop, and I thought that would be, or pip shot. I thought it would be cool to blend kind of this main this main little corridor of the main gift shop with actual shops, just so the guests actually go in there, kind of have them hid back there. Got a Looney Balloons and a Just a Memento actually inside there. And then, of course, I figured, too, I could have some fake facades as we go down through here, kind of like where the fire department fit in really well with that. And I've also figured, too, once I tidy up some of these building closings, enclose some of these facades right here, I thought this would be a good little kind of like a hidden back road, like a back lot area where, the trucks and the employees could come back there and park and have easy access to drop off supplies and all of that to that little shopping pavilion. So haven't started on a ride yet. Got a bunch of different ideas. Definitely want to do like maybe a Western kind of themed Big Thunder Mountain type, maybe swinging mine coaster. But I just really want to be a little constrained with this. I kind of want the coasters in this park to be smaller and tighter instead of these, these big giant fantasy-like over-themed type of coasters like you're used to seeing from me. I want this to be a little more constrained, almost, like Dollywood, where they're still themed really well, but, like Fire Chaser Express in the grand scheme of things, really a small footprint for that type of coaster. So that is what I want to do here. Maybe not even necessarily have themed lands as much as just, okay, we're going to do a Western coaster here, and that Western theme it just goes with that coaster. So, I'm thinking maybe that's what we'll do here to just kind of keep up the illusion of, I want to, like I said, I don't want you to take it as low budget, but more constrained type of budget where, more like Hirschland Family Entertainment and Dollywood does, big stuff every 2 or 3 years, except for I'll be building this. We won't actually be following a timeline, like here's 1990 and here's the summer of 93. Won't be doing that, but, like I said, just think of this park and this project of you just being a little more constrained, I would say, as far as a lot of my builds go. So anyways, guys, I'll quit yapping. If you're interested, I will run the time lapse after this, and I probably won't. The time lapse, just me building this front little entrance, ticket booth, security, and all that. It even still runs about 20 minutes, so I'll probably save the time lapses on this, the big Emporium and all that, probably for episode 2, or you'll probably looking at like a 40-minute episode 1. So probably won't jump in there and necessarily do that to you guys right off the bat. So let's just see what you think of this. If you like these more realistic, more realistic type builds. And we'll just kind of see how you respond to it. Like always, leave me a comment down below of what you think so far of Wilderness Springs. If you like the direction it's going, give me a thumbs up if you end up enjoying this video. And yeah, stick around. The time lapse is up next. And I will catch you in the next video. Thank you. See you guys.